You've probably heard the saying, "What gets measured gets managed." The basic principle behind this famous Peter Drucker quote is that by establishing goals and measuring performance, your business can hold itself accountable for its actions. So, if the prevailing belief is that a brand's purpose must be rooted in business strategy, then it only seems natural to develop success measures for purpose. But here's the truth of the matter. There are no true industry standards for measuring purpose. It's still a bit like the Wild West out there, with brands and companies using a variety of metrics to show the impact of their purposeful efforts. If your organization is still unclear about how to demonstrate meaningful purpose progress, it's not alone, and you have to trust me on this one. The line of perplexed companies stretches longer than any line you would find at Disney World. And that's the conundrum. We know measuring purpose is important, like rehydrating after a long run. But the question remains, when measuring purpose, what should we track? A new study by the Internationalist and the ANA Center for Brand Purpose found that 85% of marketers said a purpose without substance will harm the company more than do good. Personally, I couldn't agree more. But how do you know if that purpose has substance across your stakeholder set? That's where measurement comes in. Lisa McLeod, a global expert on purpose-driven business, said companies often go overboard when it comes to purpose metrics. She said, "You don't have to reinvent the world. You've already got plenty of metrics. Just pick one thing, and it doesn't even need to be a perfect metric." For example, you could tie your purpose to a financial measure, such as sales growth or ROI. Monitor it often to see if purpose is moving the needle upward. It's a viable path as long as you don't expect overnight success. Some other purpose leaders have a different philosophy. They say it's best to measure everything. In other words, take a multidimensional approach to purpose measurement with both qualitative and quantitative metrics. So, what might that encompass? You might consider stock performance, revenue, valuation, ESG, Net Promoter Score, employee satisfaction, employee retention and acquisition, brand equity, web traffic, positive reviews, innovation, or awards. That's a lot. And some of those measures are more easily scalable and run across industries. Others may take some time before the results are evident. No matter which direction you go, the most important thing is to choose metrics that are right for your business and that you can stick with over time. In a recent episode of the Beyond Profit podcast, Phil White, co-founder of the social impact agency Grounded World, said companies should think in terms of concentric circles when measuring purpose.
I think you need to kind of look at it at multiple levels. Are we tracking against our belief? Are the motivations and the beliefs that informed what we do, are they still true? Are our staff still tracking against this? Do our customers, our consumers, are they deducing this from how we communicate? And how does that health track over time? From a purpose point of view is, are we still credible? Are we still ultimately delivering against our purpose? And then from a product, platform, and an impact point of view, it's the standard metrics. It's from a product marketing point of view, is it selling?
Sales, yeah.
Is it driving innovation? Do we have a point of difference versus the competition? Platform is really about engagement and building a sense of community around it. So if you can see that by operating that platform, you're generating more feedback, you're getting more positive reviews, your net promoter score is going up, you see that upward trend, then you know that that's working. And then from an impact point of view, it's just making sure that you're tracking the things that enable you to show that you're actually having an impact. You can measure the small things at an organizational level, the volunteer hours that your staff are doing, or the amount of money that you're donating to a non-profit, thought leadership that you're pushing out there to inspire a community. These are all smaller measures of a larger impact, but it's just making sure that you're clear based on your business model and your brand and your organization is, what can we realistically measure right now, and how can we build that ladder up to that ultimate social impact that we're looking for?
Ultimately, you want assurances that the purposeful actions you're taking are building a movement among your many stakeholders. Because if that's not the case, then I can assure you, you have a bigger problem than measurement. For the Beyond Profit podcast, I'm Ken Beaulieu.